Hi, good evening. This is Professor Ruth Maas, and today we're going to learn about week 4 for the course MAE508, teaching teaching your subject matter with technology. And we have a lot of things to go over tonight, so I'm going to start sharing my slides, and we'll go from there. So let me share screen here. Yeah, let's go. Let's see here. I have to share that screen. Okay, let's see what I can do here. I'm going to do a new share here. Oh, that's okay. I'm good. Takes a little bit of time to just kind of get this right here. Okay. So you should see the slide that says Teaching Subject Matter with Technology, MAE508, week 4. And for this webinar, we're going to discuss a few things. We're going to discuss the CLOs, number 1 and 4. The first one is how to promote technology proficiency with students and colleagues. And technology proficiency is something different for each person. And depending upon how they use technology and what they use it for. And so there's certain ways that you can do this. As a teacher, what I did is I wrote down what I thought my students should know as far as a technology ability. And then I also looked at the technology standards. And there are technology standards that are written down so that you can go by. Let me just kind of Google this here. I can't remember the website. Okay. Let's see what it is here. Oh, here it is, ISTE standards. Okay, maybe you've heard of this and maybe you haven't. I'm going to stop this share and I'm going to share a different screen with you. So let's go to this one here. Okay. And I hope we're on the right share, but anyway, let me check this here. Share. Okay, we should be on there. Okay, this is the ISTE standards, and these are standards that have been put together, and those are the standards that educators can go by, what their students should know as far as technology for different age levels. So here's ISTE standards for students. It says get started. And it has a whole bunch of different things, different ways that the students should be proficient in technology. So it says an empowered learner, digital citizen, knowledge constructor, innovative designer, computational thinker, creative communicator, global collaborator. So you can click on these at your own leisure and kind of look at some of the things that students should be able to do. And you can kind of differentiate this for the different grade levels that you teach or whatever, and go through this. So this is really important. Now, as far as being a digital citizen, one of the ways you can do that, there's 2 good websites for that. And what is that? One is Common Sense Media. And they have some really good things about being a digital citizen, a good digital citizen, and digital footprint, and all of those kinds of things. So you can look at that website and see what you can. Also, Google has come out with some digital citizenship videos. Okay, let me Google that here. Google the Google. And so anywhere, digital citizenship and safety course. Okay, there we go. So I've played some of these videos to my students, and it's really good. There's lessons there and things that you can go on to. So those are really good. The other CLO is number 4, how to integrate appropriate technology resources into your curriculum and practice. Now, the textbook that we have is a little outdated. Things change constantly. They change monthly. So what I do is I actually Googled ways to integrate technology in the elementary classroom. And then I clicked on a few of the links. One of them was 25 easy ways to use technology in the classroom, and by Prodigy. And you look through these, and some of these you have to be leery about because companies will actually pay money to be on a website or article like this, and they're promoting their own, their only type of, their own device or their own product or whatever. So here's some things that you can look through. Google glasses. They have videos for mini lessons, all kinds of things, podcasts. And I just go through these myself, and I look for ideas on how other teachers have integrated technology. And so that's really, really a good thing to do. I'll go back to my slides here so you can see those. You're supposed to read Spectre chapters 7 and 8. And for our discussion for this week, you're supposed to pick an age you believe is best to introduce technology. This could be kindergarten, pre-kindergarten, it could be first grade, second grade, third grade, whatever you think. And then choose a theory to defend your choice. Or explain your theory of why you chose that age group. Be prepared to debate with your classmates to advocate for your position. And I've taught all grades from kindergarten all the way up to high school and then into college. And, it's hard to say what the best age is. Some advocate very, very young and some do not. So I'm going to let you kind of debate that out. Right now we're going to review key assignment number 3, which is due this coming Sunday at midnight. Okay. Key assignment 2 says to choose a topic from the 10 hottest topics in educational technology, and there's a link there, and that link is also in your course course portal, and that comes from the Future of Educational Technology Conference in 2016. Well, it's 2018, so if you find a hot topic in educational technology on your own and want to write about that, that is fine, okay? You're supposed to address the following questions. What is the technology and how does it work? What are the pros and cons of this technology? What kinds of learners would benefit from this technology? And can this technology be integrated into the work environment or the school environment? And if yes, how? And what does the research show about the success of using that particular technology in the classroom? So we're going to go through the 10 hottest topics in this article really quick. The first one's virtual reality, and that is really cool. Virtual reality is great. You can get something called Google Glasses, and every time I give this, I think, oh, I should have my not Google Glasses, my Google Cardboard. It's a device that I'll show, try to show next webinar, but it's really cool, and they actually put their phone into this device. If you, let me click on this link here about Google Cardboard, see if it comes up. And it's a really cool device, and I've used it in my classroom. They cost about, from $1 to $5 to buy this little cardboard thing. And they put their phone in there, and they watch certain videos that are in 3D. And they have games, they have interactive activities, educational videos, travel videos, all kinds of things that they can do with this Google Cardboard. So you get a viewer, you can buy them on Amazon, and the Google Cardboard does so many things. It's just so fun. So you just got to try it out, and it's just fascinating. So anyway, virtual reality is one thing that you could write on. And remember, you only have to pick one topic. I had a student once think that she had to do all 10 topics. So I said, no, just one. Coding is another thing that's kind of a hot topic, and being taught in the schools now by many teachers. And I was one of those teachers who used to be a math teacher and became a computer science teacher. And I just love it. So There's been a lot of funding, federal and state funding for teaching coding, and it's really an exciting field. If you want to learn more about how to become a computer science teacher, just send me an email and I'll send you a bunch of links. 3D printing has been out for a while. It's not really a really hot topic because it's been out for a while, but it is a really a great way for kids to have a hands-on experience with designing something that is 3D. My only caution to that is the 3D printers are often given away to schools for free, but then you have to buy the cartridges and they are expensive. Cybersecurity is a really great hot topic. And the reason why is because cybersecurity jobs there's just going to be more jobs than we can fill in the next 10 to 20 years, because cybersecurity is needed more and more in this day and age. And I taught cybersecurity a little bit in my group called Cyber Patriots, and I had a club for 3 years, and I had high school students learn how to anti-hack or to catch hackers, and it was really fun. Inclusive learning technologies, that would be learning technologies for all students. Some of them have learning challenges, and you can use technology to help facilitate their learning needs. So that's a really good topic. Wearables, Fitbits, Apple Watches, those kinds of things. There's also medical wearables and things like that you might want to research and write about. Then learning analytics. This is the way that you take data and you process that data so that you know, like big data, and you process that to target your goals, okay, to better serve the students and to improve their learning outcomes. Google Apps for Education, that's really not a really new thing. That was new maybe about 5-8 years ago. But Google Apps for Education has really changed a lot of things. A lot of schools are using Google Docs for sharing, and they're using Google Slides, Google Sites, all kinds of things Google, which is fantastic. The Maker Movement is, I applied for a grant, well, several grants, to try to make a makerspace. And there was a lot of funding for that maybe about 5 years ago. It's kind of dwindled off. But it's a creative way, a constructive way for students to learn. And then gamification would be using games as ways to learn things. So those are the topics, and you can pick one of those or pick one of your own that you'd like to write about. And that way you kind of get into learning a little bit more about one of the technology venues that's kind of coming in vogue, or maybe it's been popular and you want to learn more about it. Now, as far as the course textbook is going, I'll just say a few words because I don't want to make this webinar too long. But Chapter 7 is on theories of human development. And I didn't pull any particular things out of the textbook because this webinar was designed to have some people talk about Chapter 7 and things that you had pulled out of Chapter 7. But I will recommend that you do read the textbook and highlight some things that really stand out to you. And if you have any questions, email me. One thing I want to say that's not in the book about human development is the difference of human development, say now and say even 20 years ago, before we had, or maybe 30, I don't know, before we had digital devices and cell phones and things like that. And one thing I've noticed is that back in the day when kids grew up, like my age, and we didn't have cell phones and we didn't have, we only had black and white TV. Well, the thing is that our attention span it seemed to me that our attention spans were longer because we would read books and go outside and play and do several things. But I took a class where we actually learned about the difference in attention spans between students of long ago and students of today. And one of our exercises was to time how many times the scene would change on the TV and how many seconds it was before something else would change on the TV. And I was just surprised. It just goes like that, you know, boom, 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 boom. And even in a short commercial, how many times the scene changes. And so the upcoming generation, they're used to, you know, it's constant stimulation, constant, their attention span is smaller. And so we have to realize that as teachers that is something different, a different type of human development is happening in our society today because of digital devices, television, those kinds of things. Chapter 8 is about learning and performance. Now, learning was often assessed by just a multiple choice test, writing an essay, whatever it is. But these days, it seems to me, and you can see the evidence of it, that performance exams are the new thing. So instead of just, you know, multiple choice test or figuring something out in math, you have like a task or a performance where you have to put different skills together to actually do a project or show that you have proficiency in, say, math or history or whatever it be. And I think that's really good for our society, because when it really comes down to it, if you have a job, you need to show your performance and your skill level versus you know, just choosing A, B, C, or D. You know, that's just the way things are. So anyway, that kind of wraps up what I have to say today. And you have any questions about, let me go back here, about there we go. Key assignment 2, the research paper, just let me know. And like I said, you can pick any topic that you'd like, or you can go pick one of the 10 topics that are listed in this article. Thank you so much. I've really enjoyed reading your discussion post and your projects and your key assignment 1, and you're doing really well. And I will talk to you again on week 6, and hopefully I'll remember those Google Cardboard to show you those things. Okay. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you later.